A Missouri Highway Patrol investigator is in court this morning, accused of suppressing evidence in a murder case. Good morning, everyone. This is Midday. I'm Joe Morano. Brad Jennings of Buffalo spent nearly 9 years in prison for the death of his wife, Lisa. But new evidence set Jennings free and erased his conviction. Now he's striking back at one of the men who put him behind bars. David Oliver has covered this case extensively since 2017. And David, this is a civil case being heard in federal court, right?
Indeed it is, Joe. Good morning to our Color 10 viewers. I can tell you that Brad Jennings is suing Highway Patrol Sergeant Dan Nash here in a civil matter for allegedly violating his civil rights. It's a federal case. Jury selection is wrapping up inside the courthouse right now. We expect to see this trial go about 5 days. Now, earlier this morning, Color 10 News was here in downtown as we saw Brad Jennings and his attorneys enter the courthouse along with attorneys from the State Attorney General's office, making their way into the federal courthouse. At issue, as always, a gunshot residue test on a robe that Brad Jennings wore the night of his wife's death. It showed no gunshot residue on that robe that suggests Jennings never fired a gun. She died of a gunshot wound. His defense team was never given those robe results of the testing. It was only discovered years later, and that's eventually what set Jennings free. Now, Jennings and his lawyers believe Sergeant Dan Nash of the Highway Patrol intentionally withheld that evidence that could have changed the outcome of the trial in which he was convicted. Keep in mind, the night that Jennings' wife died, 3 separate agencies in Dallas County ruled her death a suicide, those being the prosecutor's office, the sheriff's office, and also the prosecutor team. This morning, both sides have met inside with federal judge Willie Epps Jr. of Jefferson City, going over some procedural issues here today. Lots of topics to talk about before the actual trial gets started. They started the process to choose jurors at about 9 a.m. I know that 43 prospective federal jurors showed up here. They're going to whittle that number down to nine who will hear the case. Then each side, the defense and the plaintiff, are going to get 30 minutes each to make some opening statements. They were going to call witnesses in this case. We know that there are no cameras allowed inside the courtroom, no recording devices, so we're going to be inside to bring you the latest on what's said there once this trial gets underway, which we expect to happen here in the next couple of hours. And we'll have updates for you as well online at ozarksfirst.com and then back here tonight on Color 10 News at 5. For now, reporting downtown in Springfield at the federal courthouse, I'm David Oliver, Ozarks First.